Today we're going racing. So I'm out here at Kingdon Drag Park in Lodi. They call it Drag Park, I believe, but it's actually an airport. So it's like a private airport that they rent out for the weekend to do an event. So we got tech kind of out there. Everyone's getting their cars ready, warmed up. I put the drag radials on. I'm gonna tape behind the fenders, try to eliminate as much sandblasting as possible. I put new spark plugs in it. Having some issues with those BR7s. So we got some Brisk, and these are the GR12Y, 12YS. So this is a projected tip. Car runs much better. Actually so much cleaner that now it's running lean. So what I'm trying to do was add some to my MAF curve, but I'm maxed out. I'm not too sure what to do. So I max out by like 9,000 hertz. And the log, you know, I'm going out, that was 6,500, I'm at 94. So I'm not real sure what to do at that point. I reached out to John Gibson from GT Tuning, asked him what to do. Do I try to put the car in SD? I'm also having trouble, I can't, for some reason, all weird things happening just as I'm trying to go out and make some competitive hits. When I plug the wideband in and I go to log so I can scan the wideband, it is like crashing the computer. The whole thing shuts off. So I'm not real sure what to do about that. But I guess I'm just gonna figure it out as I go. First time out with the car. All right, so we just got the call essentially for a driver's meeting. Still haven't figured out the lean issue. I added some fuel where I could. I also added it in the VE table. I'm not sure if that's gonna help, but we're gonna try. Lots of cars, lots of Mustangs here. So you can see everyone's kind of gearing up to head out there. We'll see what happens. Lots of Mustangs, some fast shit. Ooh, nice. Drag packs. So we're heading up. I'm gonna go get in line for the driver's meeting. I plan to I'm just gonna do a short hit. I'm gonna try to log. If they're not saying anything about the laptops, it seems like they're pretty lax here as far as what they're willing to accept for a car to race here. They weren't, as far as like tech, you know, they weren't really like digging into the cars and making sure everyone had all the proper safety gear. I mean, they looked at my helmet, didn't even like pick it up. They just saw a helmet sitting there. So if it wasn't Snell approved or any of that kind of stuff, they weren't really checking. So I'm just gonna idle on up there. And I guess they're gonna do a quick driver's meeting. Then I get in line. I'm gonna go first gear, second gear. When I hit second gear, I'll probably look down at the AFRs. If I'm lean, I'm just gonna chop it and roll back to the pits, and we'll have to figure that out. I could put it in SD, and that should give me enough room, speed density, but I don't know. I don't know why the MAF is maxed out. I can't add any more to it, which I shouldn't be, I don't think. I don't think I should be maxed out yet. So, we'll see. Yeah, so there's maybe 50 cars on the property. Let's see. A lot of guys running big slicks. Some cool muscle cars, Hondas, Corvettes. SRTs. This thing's super cool. GMC, the Dragon. Look at that, the 55. How cool. What iPhone is that? This thing's super cool. Both of those. That 55 is my favorite thing here. Besides my car, of course. So it looks like they're doing a little track prep right now. I figure just walk along, look at some of the cars. Head over to the porta potties, take a leak so I'm lightweight, and on to the next.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that shift knob. That's cool.
Obviously a front-wheel drive car. Look at the wheels.
Might be. Manual ZO6. That's good to see. Little Fox body. Thing's awesome. This M4 is probably the fastest thing here. You know, BMWs are.
And I told him, I was like, bro, are you gonna like...
All-wheel drive. You know how I can tell? Because he's got drag radials in the front too. Belix. This guy's got money. That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Of course. F-150.
The ultimate fire cam and like make that thing run right, you know.
Yep, twin turbo F-150.
Oh, that's a place for it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I've been there for about fucking 10, 15 years. Yeah.
Trans Am. Sounded like it could have been Pro Charged or something when it drove by. Manual transmission. That's cool to see. But yeah, that's most of the cars. A few cars are still in the pits. Try to get some footage on it later. All right, everyone's warming up their cars. I didn't bring my jump box, so I got to make sure I don't kill my battery. Get a little heat off the motor. First pair, hopefully I don't run like crap. We'll see. I unplugged the MAF sensor. Power mode. That's always fun. All right, so I got my first hit. Car was lean, like mid to low 13, so not terrible. So I stayed in it through second, shifted early around like 6,700, then pulled through third, then I just cut it. So it ran to maybe like the 1,000-foot mark, and then to shut it off, I pulled a plug. The plug actually looks good. Not seeing any signs of detonation or anything weird. The timing actually looks to be pretty spot on. That's running around 25 degrees. So I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I've added more fuel to the VE table and actually fully unplugged the MAF. I'm gonna ask around a little bit, see if I could get a zip tie somewhere. I'm sure guys have zip ties. So zip tie that so it doesn't go under my belt. And draining my catch can, and I think I'm gonna get back in line and make another hit. All right, we're gonna head back up there. A little hard to start. these type of situations. Lots of fast cars, a few nice Corvettes here. A lot of people running 10s. Hey, Jake's calling.
Next time, just wait a little bit back there until I tell you to come up.
Further
Thank you,
forward.
sir.
Yep.
All right, windows up.
So if you notice, I turned the ignition off just as I let off the gas. What I'm doing is trying to get a plug read. So if you look at these plugs, I got a timing mark and a fuel mark on them.
Well, we had a good day racing. This venue's cool, man. It's very relaxed, very chill, because it's not like a really like sanctioned racetrack. I mean, they follow the rules, all that kind of stuff, but it's not just like not that kind of high pressure you'll sometimes feel at some tracks. The car did good. I was only able to run, so I usually use my 360 cam to film everything. I'm filming on my cell phone now. The best I got was a 11.3 at 129.8 is what the draggy said. I ran 4 times. I'll show you the slip. I ran 4 times, and I should have a slip. They only gave me 1 slip, and she says your elapsed time is going to be correct, so that's me here. Car 346. Reaction time, I don't know. Everything else she says is probably off, but I think because I think the speed, the 660 and the 1320, I think are correct. But obviously, vehicle speed, I was going 19 miles an hour. Everything else kind of makes sense. That's the only slip I got, but I got draggy times. And you're seeing those in the video. My main camera, obviously, like I said, everything was on the. I film everything on my Insta360. That died, but I did have that set up as a gap camera. I will say everything I lined up next to, I beat, even with my bad 60 foots. So yeah, I'm happy with how the car performed. Definitely gonna clean up, look the car over. I gotta put some air in the tires, get those back up to like 22, and head back home. This is, you guys were curious. So I drain the catch can every time with the vacuum pump. That's what I'm getting. So oil and water. You can kind of see water in the bottom there. I think that's just nature of the beast. I've had this dripping a little bit. There'll be more water here. Oh, geez, if I don't spill it. A little bit, not too bad. Go ahead and start draining that. Yeah, so I'm gonna put it back into quote-unquote street trim. It's always basically in street trim, but I do need to put some air in the tires, check fluids, then make the drive back to Sacramento. Yeah, so far so good. But that being said, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, just put them down in the comments below, and I'll try to get to them. Obviously, you guys see my videos. I don't get very many comments, but if you guys have any questions about the car, or the venue, or any of that kind of stuff, or something else you'd like to see, just let me know. Appreciate it. Thank you.